You're watching Good Business San Diego.
Welcome back. So today we reintroduce you to Zane Curtis. He is the ideal guest for Monday Morning Show because his company is called Monday Morning. He is providing a full line of alcohol-free beverages at bottle shops and now establishing his own brand. And Nate, you were here probably about, what, a year and a half ago?
Right around a year ago, yeah.
Zane. I apologize.
Nate's my other name.
Nate was the last guy.
Yeah.
Right. And pardon me, I've had a sip of non-alcoholic beer, so I don't know what I'm saying.
Correct.
So Zane, you were here previously, and so talk about how it is that this is built. First of all, talk about the way the culture is changing and how it is that people are drinking non-alcoholic drinks.
So Monday Morning started with the idea of creating a place where people can sample and try non-alcoholic offerings. It's growing very quickly, and so people are trying to understand what that is.
Yeah.
So last time I was on, we had our spot in PB, and in January this year we opened up a spot in OB, and then we just got into all of a sudden manufacturing our own non-alcoholic beer as well.
Of course, that's what you do. You just get into it, just like that.
So the response has been so much, we can't stop. We just keep going around, and people keep reaching out. People keep asking for us to go there, so we're just jumping around.
Okay, so at the shops, you'll find a variety of different products. So walk us through what's available now and how it is that they're made to kind of emulate what an alcoholic drink might taste like, but of course, without the alcohol.
Correct. So Monday Morning represents over 500 options. We have beer, wine, spirits, functional drinks. So drinks that are good for you, provide gut health, wellness, that sort of thing. So we look for a lot of the time low sugar and good ingredients. We joke where a mocktail is a mockery of a cocktail because we don't use Sprite in a margarita. We use something that has blue agave that smells like tequila. And so at the shop, we just have a lot of the different options available for people to try and really make sure. How do you drink your whiskey? Is it neat? Is it on the rock? Is it an old fashioned? That depends on what type of whiskey we're going to guide you through.
So when it's a blended drink, or if you take something that's like, you know, scotch on the rocks or whatever, I mean, tell me, does it really, truly taste like something that you try to replace with no alcohol?
I would say the first time you try non-alcoholic is like the first time you try alcohol. Nobody likes ethanol to begin with. Nobody likes that flavor. Everybody's like, ugh, and then the feeling they start getting used to.
Yeah.
Non-alc kind of has that same thing. You're like, doesn't taste the same.
Not exactly
But
the
I
same.
notice, oh, there's this, and there's the peat, and there's certain things people start picking up, and so it's that kind of education training portion that goes along with it.
But this has become a huge trend, and I know nationally they're talking about now statistically, it's like I think only 55% of people are consuming alcohol, and those numbers continue to drop, so clearly looking for alternatives.
Yeah, I would question if it's a trend anymore, or if it's just a change in drinking culture. Yeah, it's definitely, it's been a fun ride to be part of, and there's just fun to see the response from people around.
Okay, so let's talk about the Monday Morning brand and the fact that you did buy this brewery and what it is that you've done. You brought a little, it's a fake IPA, it's not IPA. I'm going to have a little sip on the air, but it's not alcohol. Okay, so tell us about how this came about.
You have to say that for insurance. So from our storefronts, we have thousands upon thousands of customers that every day tell us what they like and what is still missing in non-alcoholic.
That's good.
A lot of people, thank you. A lot of people are into this to make the money in it, and I feel that they're not doing it for the craft and the culture of what really drinking is, which is that culture. And so after a year and a half of hearing people's feedback on the non-alc and still it's a little bit light, I said, let's just buy a brewery and try to do it ourselves.
Wow,
so
that's a lot to take on, man. That's a big leap of faith.
It's a big leap of faith, and we're having a lot of fun, and the response from people on the beer, the 2 beers we put out, is fantastic so far.
So what is the best way for people to sample, to get introduced? Because the only thing that's going to sway people is once they taste it.
Correct.
And again, maybe a little bit different to begin with, but then you're going to learn to love it.
Yep.
What's the best
Tasting
way to
is
find
believing.
it?
So Pacific Beach and Ocean Beach have storefronts there. We have bartenders. The whole staff can train, make drinks, let you taste drinks. Or if you're up in North County, La Costa is where the brewery is at. We have beers on draft and the same bar and setup up there as well. You can also buy online, and we do local delivery. So we make it pretty hard to not find Monday Morning where you need us.
And you've also got partnerships with restaurants.
Yep, we partner with bars and restaurants. We're in 50 restaurants today. We can train staff, we can write the recipes for you, or we can just sell you the product.
That is awesome. And the locations in OB, where in PB?
We're at 4967 Newport and Bacon.
Oh, right on Newport.
And then we're Garnett and Lamont in PB.
Oh, prime locations.
Yeah, so we're just right there, and then up in La Costa at 1784 La Costa Meadow Drive.
Wonderful. And online, where do we find you?
MondayMorning-AF.com for alcohol free.
Oh, well, there you go. MondayMorning-AF.com.
There we are.
Makes sense. Really is delicious. Congratulations on all your success and what it is that you're doing to serve the people that are looking for a change.
Appreciate it.
Zane, thanks so much.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for Good Business San Diego today. We thank you for watching, and we will